The Wise King and the Jungle of Destiny. A long time ago, there was a town where they chose a king who will rule for only 1 year. At the end of his term, the people will place him on an elephant and parade him around the town so he could bid farewell to the citizens. After the farewell parade, the king will be placed on a boat and taken to a distant jungle, where he will be abandoned to live out the rest of his days until he died. One day, after abandoning a king in the jungle, they saw a boat carrying a young man who had survived a shipwreck. Seeing this, they rescued him and took him to their town. They then explained their tradition and pleaded with him to become their next king. At first, he was reluctant to accept their position, but eventually he agreed. 3 days after being crowned, the new king asked his chief advisor, "Can you take me to the jungle where the previous kings were abandoned before the 12 months passed?" The advisor replied, "Why not?" And so they took him to the jungle. When the king arrived, he saw the remains of past rulers lying abandoned on the ground. The jungle was untamed, filled with dangerous wild animals. Witnessing this, the king immediately ordered his soldiers to hunt down and eliminate the wild beasts. Within a short time, many were killed, while others fled. Upon returning to the town, the king gathered 100 strong men and assigned them the task of clearing the jungle. He ordered them to remove the remains of the past kings, cut down the trees, and clean up the area. Within 2 months, the jungle was completely cleared. The king then ordered the planting of fruit trees and the introduction of domestic animals, such as dogs, chickens, cows, and sheep. He also built a grand house in the jungle and placed a boat at its shores. Whenever his subordinate offered him wealth, he will secretly transport it to the house he had built in the jungle. After ruling for 9 months, he gathered his advisors and told them, "I know that according to tradition, kings are taken to the jungle after ruling for 12 months. However, I would like to be taken there now." The advisors objected, saying that this is against our tradition. You must wait until full 12 months are completed. The king agreed and waited for the remaining 3 months. When the time came, they placed him on a majestic elephant, dressed him in fine royal garment, and paraded him around the town as the people bid him farewell. However, the people were surprised to see the king smiling and waving at them instead of crying like the previous rulers. They asked him why he was happy, to which he replied, "When a newborn enters the world, he cries while those around him rejoice. Therefore, one must prepare in such a way that when they leave this world, they are joyful, while those around them are in sorrow. The past kings indulged in pleasures during their reign, but I used my time to secure my future. I turned the abandoned jungle into a paradise where I will live peacefully without any problem." With this, I urge all of us to prepare for our future before time runs out, because every living person has been given an opportunity by God to secure a good ending.